to top players. As Zhendong ties his shorts, Ning will take care of the warm-ups. Seen this happen before from time to time. Ning, the Queen of Hearts, 3-time world champion in singles. Now, Zhendong, a big name to be watching right now. If you were to survey in the table tennis world, who do you think will take the men's singles championship here? I would guess about 40. Ling Gaoyuan, Liang Jingqin, not to mention the few and far between that have challenged the top Chinese players like Ugo Calderano, Liam Pitchford, Timo Boll, Dima. We will see, but right now you can look at the career highlights of the Hungarian pair here. Round of 32 in 2017, Portugal Open semifinal. I don't even know what the next match will be, but that makes it exciting. Here we go, best of 7, ECSEKI to start. Timing is right here. Good heavy push, Wang Hao in the corner for the Chinese mixed doubles pair. Wang Hao, the man who really captured that reverse penhold backhand. Perfect placement here. That's what the middle is all about, causing some hesitation. MADARASZ gets her feet caught up a bit. Interestingly enough, when you're on the big stage, the TV table at such a big tournament, the biggest tournament of the year, falling could be your greatest fear, especially if it wasn't an intentional dive. But now that that's out of the way, maybe it loosens her up a bit. Plays a bit more free on the table. It's interesting, Wang Hao put on a lot of weight after retiring, and then I think after some Weibo comments decided, you know what, I need to get in shape. And now he looks as fit as when he was playing, maybe fitter. So not a point yet so far for the Hungarian pairing. Remember, 2 world #1s on the other side of the table. A bit sweaty, the humidity even in the room. Ball slips on the rubber. Not a bad receive, but Zhendong over the table, even at about 75%. Puts a lot of pressure on that Chiquita, the banana flick. And the Hungarians on the scoreboard. Some encouragement from the crowd here. Ning so focused. I thought MADARASZ played that perfectly. Spins it, what appeared to be quite low to the net. Very loaded with spin. Ning manages to keep the racket so close to counter back.
Open your palm and not like this, but the front.
Like this, he says.
Straight line.
Palm needs to be open. Should not be a cupped hand. Could accidentally impart spin on the ball. Or intentionally, in theory. So 2 points away from a very convincing win here in the best of 7 first game. Still looking for answers. MADARASZ trying the forehand flick down the line, but it is 9 game points for the world #1s from China. Backhand does it, the catch to go. Chooses to serve.
Game, Ning to serve, level.
Ning, a lot of people ask, how much English does the Chinese national team speak? How much does Ning speak? I'll tell you, Ning started taking English lessons. Maybe I should too. Right after the Olympic Games in 2012. You'll probably get to hear this story in more detail later in the tournament. But after a service warning that she didn't fully understand, was very upset and realized how important it was to know English. But in terms of English, she put a lot of English on that ball. Heavy, heavy push. Both of the Hungarians have felt how heavy these pushes are from Ning now. Good pressure from ECSEKI. Getting their first point much earlier here, not allowing the opponents to score 7 before getting their first. Again, for me, over-the-table game, receive game will be so important for the Hungarians. Oh, Ning scooping it up, staying cool under pressure. That ball stayed as low and shallow as can be.
4-1.
Looked like there was some question there. Zhendong was saying, no problem. Start again, MADARASZ looking for the parallel. Did not expect after game one that we would see a rally of that caliber. Both sides really just living up to the highest level here. The expectations, maybe, the hopes of the crowd. I'm excited for a towel break. I just want to see a replay of that 6-1 points again. Silver medalist in 2012. I think Ning wasn't sure what happened here. Sort of popped the ball up a little bit.
4-9.
Good play by the Hungarians. That strawberry was so confusing. I think maybe Ning thought that it had double hit. Tough to say, just guessing from up here, but clearly some confusion. So Ning, the most celebrated player in the women's game currently. And Zhendong might be the future of the men's game.
6-9.
This is the type of improvement score-wise that the Hungarians need after losing 11-1 in the first.
10-6.
Again, MADARASZ looking for the pressured shots here over the table. Chance to see the rotation. Using the A40 plus by Butterfly out here, different ball for the world champs. Beautiful closure. ECSEKI stays on top and plays the parallel to save a game point. Again, a lot of rotation. Look at that, a bit of side spin on it as well to bend it out of reach. Just getting that wrist down low to bend the racket around the ball. Hungarians down 0-2 with the serves on their side.
MADARASZ to serve. Level.
Good placement, a little bit in on the elbow more. Ning has the wide wingspan, which means bigger middle section. That's the place to pin her. Oh, what a flick. Fools him completely. These are the ones you want to see again. If you're watching right now on ITTV, you'll have a chance to go back. Oh, what a shot. Out to the wide forehand at ECSEKI with some very clever play. Now this is a sense, this is something that I think takes a lot of experience, that creativity to recognize with your peripheral when the player moves the other way. Just overruns it, has to stop and play some side spin here, an uncomfortable ball. Good placement from the other side. Nice parallel backhand from MADARASZ. For a lot of the players here at this tournament, it's their second time back in Hungary this year for the Hungarian Open to start off the World Tour.
Leg. 3-2.
Clever shot again, just pulling that left foot out of the way at ECSEKI, making that very quick shotgun reaction shot. Bird's eye view of that. Watch his feet here. Pulls that left foot back behind to make room for the backswing on the racket. So quick, even in the replay. Just a flash of light, that is the forehand. Wang Hao really looking younger than about 5 years ago, 6 years ago in his last matches. Beautiful closure again at ECSEKI. He's been able to stay on top of the topspin. Many people say watching it looks impressive, but the first time you play against Ning, Zhendong, the top Chinese players, the weight behind their ball is just different than what they've faced before. Good side spin from ECSEKI from the back of the table. Just that little extra bit of wrist, the flick of the wrist to put some side on it. And it affects Zhendong's shot back. There's the kick, and the placement's perfect too, right at the edge of the table. Oh, right behind him. ECSEKI on fire. But MADARASZ sets him up well with the touch play over the table. Again, the Hungarian pair with more experience as a pair. This is the first time for Zhendong and Ning together.
4-7.
ECSEKI's push comes back with a whole lot of spin from Zhendong's backhand. I am very impressed right now. ECSEKI, even from behind the table, is able to put enough pressure on Zhendong to win the points. I mean, before he even hit this ball, it felt like he was at a huge disadvantage to be below the table, about 5 feet behind the table with Zhendong in position. Good variation in spin and depth from ECSEKI. Ning loading it with spin here as it kicks up into the edge of the racket. Just a check back into reality here. 3 points in front right now and 3 points away from getting a game on the scoreboard. The Hungarians with their second serve. ECSEKI's forehand once again has finished the points successfully for the Hungarian duo. It's a best of 7, but coming back from down 0-2 is definitely not out of the question. Upsets are much greater in doubles than they are in singles. Look at this, the parallel forehand. ECSEKI on fire. They're working so well right now together. MADARASZ had been playing the flick game with the forehand, and the idea is right, but sometimes just the touch play and letting your teammate play the big shots for the winners is more effective. But taking advantage of a service coming long, and look at this, 11-5. ECSEKI, MADARASZ on the scoreboard, down 1-2 against Ning and Xiaopang, Zhendong in this best of 7 round of 64 mixed doubles knockout match. Stay right here. Game 4 coming up after this. 11-5 victory in front of the home crowd. What a thrilling sight to witness your hometown players beating world number 1s on the other side. Definitely some new pressure, though, from the Queen of Hearts and Xiaopang. Good closure again. ECSEKI changing up the spin, not just top, but he's constantly changing his wrist just a little bit to make the ball bounce and kick in different directions to make the rally uncomfortable. Very close here. MADARASZ tries covering the middle with the forehand. The quality of rally definitely rising here. This is something Ning is known for, not afraid to fall out of the way to make a forehand. Heavy push here from Zhendong to protect and deter the attack. Clever idea, just not wide enough the table, that is. The ball definitely was. Flirting with disaster there. Playing it right down the line, knowing that if it's too inside the table, Zhendong counters it back. Outstanding point again. MADARASZ behind the table, ECSEKI on top. So a very strong start here in game number 4, the Chinese pairing. Not looking for a repeat, a never again situation after game number 3. This is the beauty of table tennis. No matter how strong your opponents, there's an answer. There is a way. And in game number 3, the Hungarians found a way to penetrate the opponents. Ooh, touch game.
6-2.
MADARASZ with the good touch over the table once again. Second point for the Hungarians. You can see how she loosened up the grip of the racket to keep the ball short. But here goes for the longer push, so it comes in with more wrist action. Zhendong reads it like a book and loops for the win. The service can be so difficult from Ning. Very little rotation is how it appeared. Madaras has to play it ever so perfectly to shut down the third ball attack from Zhendong. Rankings. And some serious pace. The Chinese pairing, well prepared, countered back. Second bounce on the table. Hungarians take the point. That's how aware of the space in the table Zhendong is. He's able to make that swing. Says if the ball comes off, I've got it. If not, at least my racket is still in one piece. The placement from Ning right back into the body, had the whole table open, but knew that Madaras was looking for the forehand shot. So now 6 game points for the Chinese pair.
5, 10.
Tight serve, deceptive underspin with the side spin on the pendulum. 1 game point saved. Look at this Chiquita. Madaras over the table with the side and top spin. Beats Zhendong to the wide wing as he turns the corner. He makes his move just a little bit early, and that's the gamble he took. Bravo, Madaras. Break off a taste of victory so far, taking game number 3, 11-5. But since then, the more complete game. Changes have been made on the Chinese side. Ooh, pull it back. Fair trade, though. The Hungarians will take that time and time again. Now, for me, some of the changes are slightly more patient play in the Chinese pairing.
1, 2.
Generally, in terms of Asian versus European styles, Asians tend to be speedier in the rallies, play faster, a little closer to the table. Europeans a little bit more in the spin game from behind. Oh, look at this! Please show me that from every angle. This looked like a strawberry. He attacked it and did something with the wrist, but it was partially blocked by his body. Seemed like the opponents couldn't see it very well either, as it wasn't even touched.
4, 1.
Well, now, 4-1 lead, a long way to go, still early in the game, and a game that's best of 11 points, or rather the first 2 11 points. Things can swing quite quickly. Ooh, tough placement here. Zhendong leaves it shallow inside the table. It shuts down that full swinging forehand from ECSEKI. Little replay of the signs there as Zhendong dries the ball off on the outside of the shorts. This is tough for the Hungarians. I'm shaking my head in the commentary booth because I thought it was very well played. The Hungarians, starting with ECSEKI with that soft push shot, leaving it inside the table as Zhendong was backing off, preparing for the attack. Earned a better push, better shot later in the rally.
4, 5.
But here overcompensating a little bit. Madaras with a very closed racket, and the timeout is playing in and out. Playing more shallow on the table when he's back, varying side spins when he's close. And here the pressure, heavy top, a little side again. That wraparound forehand from ECSEKI. He's just been so unpredictable, and he's made such a high percentage of some very low percentage shots.
6.
A little late to get in. Madaras having to chase a very short ball. How many times throughout this match have we seen Ning win a point for the Chinese pair with deceptively heavy underspin? Now, a big part of that as well is that Zhendong is waiting for the third ball, so ECSEKI can't leave it loose, and a service error here. Since the timeout, things haven't quite really kicked in for the Hungarian pair. Deep on the table, ECSEKI, but it's countered back. The Chinese pair 2 points away from taking this match and moving on to the round of 32 in their debut performance as a pair. On the run, ECSEKI with a beautiful counter, but the patient Fan Zhendong waiting to counter back. Well, that's interesting. Tough place there. The ball goes right into the tracks for the cameraman. So now we have 5 game and match points for the Chinese pair against the Hungarians in front of the home crowd. And a change of heart at the last moment. ECSEKI not able to make the flick. A very tough match. 2 of the best players in the world. The number 1s, Fan Zhendong and Ning, Xiaopeng, and the Queen of Hearts move on over a very